Meanwhile, a local expert on terrorism and mass shootings says situations like the Fort Hood shooting are more of a concern than the next major terrorist attack. He spoke with our Scott Harrison. It is only on News Channel 13.
Why did you let a Muslim in there being in the Army knowing that we were fighting Muslims?
Richard Hughbank says that's the question he's asked most often about the Fort Hood shooting suspect, Major Nidal Hasan. Hughbank answers the question.
We're not fighting Muslims. We're fighting the Taliban, Al-Qaeda, the Haqqanis, insurgent forces.
Hughbank himself is a former major who retired from the Army in September and now is an expert and consultant in terrorism and mass shooting situations. He's trying to understand, as we are, why Hasan took the lives of comrades just before he was to deploy to Iraq.
As a Muslim, maybe his perceptions of what we were doing over there did not align with his thought processes or his faith.
Hughbank believes Hasan committed an act of terror in the shootings and considers him a terrorist only if he was motivated by political or religious beliefs. We asked Hughbank if a terrorist faction could have planted Hasan at Fort Hood.
And to say that he was recruited to do this and to go in and receive the training and to become a part of that, it's just, I don't think there's any true way of knowing that unless he admits it on his own.
Hughbank says we're more likely to see another mass shooting than another 9/11. He thinks public areas such as schools, churches, and shopping malls are the most vulnerable. But should we be willing to subject ourselves to more security and surrender more personal freedom to protect ourselves from an act of terror or a terrorist?
The short answer is yes. I truly believe it is. It's a trade-off. Do you want to feel safe, or do you want some tank sitting on your corner going from here to school?
In Colorado Springs, Scott Harrison, News Channel 13.
Now, the terrorism expert says to make our nation safer, he'd like to see more security at the Canadian border instead of the Mexican border. He also says parents and guardians should be more aware of their children's thoughts and feelings and know where their children go for acceptance and attention.